Shalom, grace and peace to you from our Lord Jesus Christ. Today, let me give some guidance about chapter 8 of the book of First Corinthians. Now, the capital city of the Philippines is Manila. Corinth, it was capital city of the province Achaia. It was a very important city, and commerce was highly developed city. Many people stayed there with different backgrounds. They came from many different places in the world. They served many idols too. You know, in Greek mythology, there were many gods, right? I think you've heard or known some names of gods, idols. For example, Hera, Zeus, Poseidon. In Corinth, Aphrodite, the goddess of beauty. In today's text, chapter 8, this handles about the matter of food sacrificed to idols. People in Corinth, when they worship their god idols, they sacrificed. They offered some food in the temple of idol, and the food offered to idol were still sold in market. And here in Corinth church, they were divided about the view of this food offered to idols. Some members said it is okay to eat the food, but others they think it was a compromise with idol worship, and Paul gave instructions about this matter. Right, let me read verse 1. Now, about food sacrificed to idols, we know that we all possess knowledge. Knowledge puffs up, but love builds up. The man who thinks he knows something does not yet know as he ought to know. But the man who loves God is known by God. Apostle Paul says in dealing with this matter, knowledge itself is not sufficient. Knowledge should stay in love of God, and they can handle this matter. Let me share my experience. In Korea, even still now, many people who are not Christians, they have ancestral worship. They give offer food, prepare food, and make some kind of ritual to remember their parents or ancestors who passed away. They keep it on the day their parents died, and they prepared a lot of food, and they bow down before the food, and they always put the portrait of dead one. We Christians believe and acknowledge when person died, the soul was brought to God. It doesn't move any longer in the world. But unbelievers, they think the souls of their dead parents or ancestors are still hovering or moving around, and when they serve their dead parents well in this way, they are blessed by the souls of their dead parents. That is their belief, and that ritual was very serious to unbelievers. Of course, Christians, my family, we didn't bow down. We didn't bow down for ancestral worship. Among our relatives, there were unbelievers. They did bow down, and for it, they prepared a lot of food, and then some food is left. Yeah, so we can make it issue. Is it okay to eat the food or not? Yeah. Now, Paul says in Greek there were many gods, what people called, but there's only one God, our God, Jehovah God. All are idols made by human beings. The images of wood or iron. Yeah. So Paul said food offered to idols is just food. It doesn't have any difference compared with the other food. But what Paul said is this. Verse 9. Be careful, however, that the exercise of your freedom does not become a stumbling block to the weak. Verse 10. For if anyone with a weak conscience sees you who have this knowledge eating in an idol's temple, won't he be emboldened to eat what has been sacrificed to idols? So what Paul said is this: mature Christians, when they think food sacrificed to idols is nothing, and why not eat? And he ate the food, but there were some believers whose faith is weak, and when they watched him to eat it, the brother with the weak faith may be confused, or he may have some problem in understanding what the mature believer did. So we mature Christians, though we have freedom in eating whatever food it is, but we must consider others whose faith is weak. This can apply. This can be applied to not only food sacrifice to idols or to other matters too. When we mature Christians behave, and there are also other Christians whose faith are weak, beginners in church. We have to consider how we act before them, so that our acts may not be stumbling block to the people whose faith are weak. Yeah. All right. So now what today's text says is not only with the knowledge, but we should do act in God's love. All right. This is for today. See you tomorrow. May God bless you.